What up, earthlings? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Marin, and on my channel we ride the spiral. Hey guys, hope you're having a fabulous day or night wherever you are in the world. So in this video I wanted to talk about a common mistake that people make with the law of attraction. Now there's a lot of mistakes you can do with the law of attraction, but this is just going to be one of them that I'm going to talk about so that this video isn't super long, so I'll probably make a couple of these. But this particular video is going to be about being in a state of lack or wanting things. So obviously if you are here on this video, you are familiar with the law of attraction. If you aren't, then I suggest you go watch The Secret. That's a great beginning. That's a great introduction to the law of attraction. I don't think it touches on everything, but I think it's definitely a great introduction. So anyways, one common mistake that a lot of people make, and I definitely make and probably still make sometimes, but I'm really trying to catch myself and not do this, is being in a state of wanting something. So when you want something very badly, you're putting your vibration and your frequency in a state of lack. So if you're wanting something so bad and you're holding on to that thought and you're like, God, I really, really want this, you're telling the universe that you don't have it. And when you tell the universe that you don't have it, your wish is my command. You're not gonna have it. So it's giving you exactly the vibration that you're putting out. Say you wanted to manifest tickets. Actually, I'm just gonna tell you what happened to me in the past. So I really wanted to manifest Abraham Hicks tickets. This was probably like a year and a half ago. They were coming to Orlando, which is about 2 hours away from where I live in Florida. And her tickets were expensive. I think it was like $225 or $250, something like that. And I currently was only working one of my jobs. I now have two, but I was currently only working one of my jobs, and I was paying pretty high rent. I still had a lot of money blocks. Money is still something I'm still working on. More videos to come about releasing money blocks. But anyways, I really had negative thoughts about money. You know, money is the root of all evil. All of the evil people that run the world have money. That was my mindset at the time. And although I really wasn't aware of that, I wasn't aware that I was blocking it, that's what I was doing. So needless to say, I really wanted these Abraham Hicks tickets. I've still never seen her, and I really want to see her, and at that time I really wanted to see her. I was writing it in my journal. I talk about my manifestation journals all of the time and the power of writing, and I have a video about the do's and don'ts about writing in your journal. And I wish myself then would have taken my advice now, because I probably would have manifested tickets. But I was writing down, like, I want Abraham Hicks tickets. I hope I get to go to Abraham Hicks in March. I just kept writing, like, I want, I want, I want. And when you want something, you're constantly reassuring to the universe that you don't already have it. And about a month before the event, I had actually had some money that I was going to buy the tickets with, and the night before I was going to buy the tickets, my car starter broke, and it cost about $250 to fix, so it was the exact amount. Now, the whole reason I probably manifested that way that I did was because I was saying I want, and I was holding on to it. It was something I wanted so badly that I didn't let it go, and I held a lot of resistance to it. So when you are in a constant state of resistance, what you resist persists. So I was wanting to go so bad, and in the back of my mind I kept thinking, how am I going to get money for this? Like, will I make the money for this? How am I going to have extra money for this and pay rent? And what if I don't have the money, and do I have to get a hotel, and what about gas, and is my car gonna make it? And all of these things like kept putting me in this state of resistance because I wanted it so badly. Like, I was holding on so tight. By the way, I totally understand that song now. Hold on loosely, but don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're gonna lose control. Ain't that the freaking truth, right? So I was holding on to it so badly. Like I've said in other videos, compare it to like putting a rock on the end of your balloon string. Say the balloon is what you want to manifest, and the rock is going to be symbolizing your resistance. So if you're just constantly holding on to something you want so bad, and you want it, you want it, you want it, then you are telling the universe that you don't already have it and that you're not happy without it. So what does it do? It gives you more lack, because you're in that state and frequency of lack, of want. And when you're in that state of want and lack, you're going to get more want and lack, because that's how the universe works. That's how the law of attraction works. Like attracts like. What frequency you put out, you get back. You guys know the drill with that. So instead of holding on to it, what I should have done was not put that resistance rock on the string and let it go up into the universe, and not hold such attachment to it. And instead of writing in my journal, I want to see Abraham Hicks, I want Abraham Hicks tickets, I should have said, I am so happy and grateful that I got to experience seeing Abraham live. I felt so amazing seeing Abraham. Abraham taught me so many lessons in that seminar. You know, I should have spoke from a place of already having. You really have to act as if, and that's something I'm still working on, and you really have to get into the habit of acting as if. So one thing that I can recommend to really help with that is I have I have many journals, manifesting journals. As you guys know, I preach this all the time. And this one specifically are things that I want like in the near future. Like some journals I have for like things that will never change, like I am on the love frequency, I am on the abundance frequency, I am on the health frequency, like things like that. This one is more of like short-term goals that I want to manifest, just because I like to separate them into different journals. You definitely don't have to, it's just something I do. And in this one, everything I write is in a state of it already had happened. So it's like I will open this up and read, and I will say, wow, I am so happy that I got to experience that Abraham Hicks seminar. I learned so much from that Abraham Hicks seminar. I met so many awesome like-minded people. I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to experience that. And whatever else that you want to say or whatever you're trying to manifest, you really have to act as if it already happened. And that goes for anything you're trying to manifest. One thing I did that I want to tell you guys that I wasn't even aware I was doing it at the time. It was just something that I happened to do. This was prior to me even knowing about the law of attraction. So I grew up on a lake. In the summer I was swimming all the time, but I would always pretend that I was this like diver, this Olympic diver, and I would always pretend that I was like the best on the team, and I would jump off my dock and like do all these flips and stuff, and I was in that imaginary state where like I was picturing that I was in front of an audience, and like that I was really good, and I was this professional like diver, and I was so good at diving. Okay, fast forward probably 5 years from then, I was on the dive team, and they actually wanted me to be on varsity when I was still in middle school because I was really good at it. So not that that was like I was in the Olympics or anything like that, so it wasn't my exact visualization, but my point is like when you really act as if, that's when you get into that same vortex. The universe doesn't know if it's really happening or not. I've heard other people give the examples, like if you're trying to find the love of your life or your soulmate or your partner, that, you know, leave a spot open in the bed for them, set a place for them when you eat at the table. You know, if it comes down to like making out with your hand at night or something, do whatever you gotta do, okay, to get into that frequency, to get into that vortex, to really act the part, because you gotta fake it until you make it, right? I know y'all have heard that phrase, and it's so true, and it really does work. So I highly suggest writing down in your journals everything that you want to manifest in a state where you've already had it. Act as if it's already happened. Another thing that's kind of fun that you can do is write a story about the situation or your life or whatever you're trying to manifest. And in that story, write it from a third a third perspective, so like a third point of view, like an outside point of view. Say you're trying to manifest a motorcycle and your name is Bob. Write this story in this journal like, I met this amazing man named Bob and he had this Harley Davidson motorcycle and it was awesome. And whatever you're trying to manifest, you get the point that I'm trying to say. So if you want your life to look different, write down the story you want your life to be. Write a book about you. What do you want your life to look like? Write that out in the third person and read it all the time and act as if. And if it takes you doing silly little things at home, who cares? Do it. I mean, usually you'd want to do it in the privacy of your own home because people might think you're a little wacky, but I mean, come on, if you're on this channel, people might think that already, right? Just kidding. But, you know, do these things at home when you can. You really have to act as if. Play the part. Get into that vortex. If you want to manifest something material like a brand new convertible and you're driving around in an old rusty car, then get behind the wheel and pretend like you're driving that convertible. Put your windows down, and if your windows don't go down, then put on the air and make your hair blow back and pretend like you're in a convertible. Do whatever you have to do to really get into that feeling. You can think about it all day long, but you have to get into the feeling. So really let your emotions take over and get into that feeling of already having what it is that you want. If we're constantly in a state of want, lack, the universe is like, oh, you really want that, huh? That means you don't have it. Oh, I'm gonna give you more of something that you don't have. And you're never gonna attain it. You have to let it go. You have to try to let your resistance go and just act as if. You wanna be a millionaire? Start acting like one. Now, I'm not saying go wipe out your bank account, but when you spend money, don't have this fear in the back of your head like you're gonna go broke. You have to spend money to make money. I do believe that because I think money is energy and I think it's a give and take. I think when you have money, you give it, and when you need money, you take it. Money is energy. That's why they call it currency. If you're somebody who struggles with confidence and you want to be more confident, you have to act the part. As hard as it might be, just wake up and go out into the world and try to be as confident as you can. Act as if you're the best looking person in the room. Act as if you're the nicest person in the room. Act as if you have the biggest heart in the room. And eventually, you will believe it, and eventually you will be that. You will have the confidence that you've always wanted. If you want to manifest $1,000, one thing you can do is if you have a checkbook still, I know a lot of people don't, but you can write out a fake check for $1,000 and keep that in your wallet. Buy a lottery ticket and put winner on it and keep that in your wallet and look at all the day and act as if you won. Get into that feel. Get into your feels of feeling how it would feel to win. You have to stop coming from a place of lack. Otherwise, the universe is going to give you more lack. So that's just one mistake that I've been going through, and I know a lot of people do, especially when they're first figuring out the law of attraction and how to utilize it into your life. That's one of the #1 things people really struggle with, and it's because they are holding on so badly to things they want. You have to let that go and be like, oh, I already have that. I already did that. I already won that. I already got that man. I already got that girl. I already have that car. I already won that money. And the universe will deliver because you will be in that state of already having it. To get on the same radio station, to get on the same frequency, you gotta put yourself in that frequency before you have it. You can't be on this state of, I don't have it, I don't have it, what you want is up here, I don't have it, God, I wish I had that. No, act as if you already had it, and your frequencies will line up and it'll fall into your life. So I hope that helps you guys. Just remember, fake it until you make it, guys. Fake it until you make it. And you got this. You got this. I believe in you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. And to all my lovers out there, I send you love and light. And to all my anti-lovers out there, I send you extra love and light and many hugs. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.